This is Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network, sponsored by Alive Credit Union.
Some familiar faces in there, Big Lou.
Wow, that's a young-looking Sebastian.
It's 11 years ago. That's why. This is the first appearance of your Jacksonville Armada. Yes, that is inside the bank. Look at those stands.
It's a good crowd.
That was a great crowd. It was
13,000.
13,000?
Wow. Good for them.
Yeah, man. That was a good time, had by all.
Year?
What's that? That'd be 11 years ago, so 2015.
Was this the rainy Philly Union game? Was this the one that was?
I don't know if this one got as. Oh, look at young Sebastian.
That is awesome.
I don't know if this one got as rainy as maybe.
Sebastian, if you are watching, I'd love to know your age in that video. I would love to know.
It's 11 years less than it is now.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is.
Then he's take now minus 11. Hey, welcome into Fleet and Footy here on a Thursday afternoon in beautiful Jacksonville. Maybe cloudy Jacksonville. A little cloudy today.
A little cloudy, but it looks like this next week's weather.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Mike
See, there
Burris
you
is
go.
going to
Look
come
at
through in the news.
Look at Hambone.
Let me know that it's going to be sunny
Hambone
next
jumping
week.
in, showing us our beautiful downtown skycam as you see the Main Street Bridge and the clouds. That's our zoomed-in version of the
Not ideal.
Not ideal. A little cloudy. Is that bad for your baseball? You got some games or something there, Hambone?
We had our first preseason game on Tuesday.
All right.
We have another one Saturday.
Okay.
We'll practice today. No to this and this, no problem.
All right. Shout out Covenant.
I'm calling a triple header this Friday for JU softball.
Hey, are you really?
I am.
Okay. What games we got?
I really haven't looked, if we're being quite honest.
Okay, well,
but, the Finns have
that's not great.
The Lady Finns have a new scoreboard in right field and new speaker system, so I'm ready to, ready to break it in.
Are you doing PA or play-by-play?
PA.
Okay, a little PA action. And you said that's tomorrow? Friday?
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay. That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah. Go check out Big Lou on the call at the Pruitt Softball Complex.
What a shout, Stuart. That's a great shout from you.
I just know some things. Games I've covered there, I go in the outfield, try to get up on that rickety wooden thing in the outfield and go shoot from there. Is it still there?
I
Maybe?
don't know.
Let me know tomorrow.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
They have like a rickety wooden stand where, you can shoot team video, and then I usually try to get up there because it's a good spot.
It is.
It's a non-impeded spot. Like behind the home plate, because you go all the way up by the press box, you get impeded by the poles, some big poles that are holding up the catch fence.
It's always fun when Florida comes to town and brings their whole radio crew and everyone's all over.
And it's like, where do we go? There's a hill over there if you want it. The hill's a good spot.
It is.
I like watching from a hill. Anyhow, welcome in to Fleet and Footy here on a Thursday, as mentioned. Stuart Weber, along with Llerandi, bringing you all things Jacksonville Armada and the world of soccer. Good show lined up for you today. We'll talk all about the world of soccer and locally, high school soccer. We are officially in the postseason.
Yes.
We had a couple rounds or a couple divisions play Monday and Tuesday. The rest of them playing tonight and tomorrow. We'll run through all of those coming up in just a little bit. But let's get back to that opening video that you saw. We have the highlights from that game. That would be the different video there, Hambone. If we bring up those highlights and let's reminisce on 11 years ago, the Jacksonville Armada playing inside the bank. Played a couple games inside the bank.
We did.
Obviously, this was an exhibition game against the Philadelphia Union of the MLS, and then would eventually play our regular season opener in there as well when Jamal made his magic happen.
That's always a good video. But there's a couple good highlights in this. I actually watched through them.
All right, well, let's take a look. In the all-whites, looking clean.
I mean, you've only got one goal conceded, which I think is fantastic against an MLS team.
Yeah. And bang, right off the bat. This was early in the game. Armada scored twice in the first 11 minutes.
It was Fabricio Ortiz.
And then Pascal gets it done.
Alisson Keita.
Or was that Keita?
That was Keita with that
second
goal.
Sorry, the call was wrong. Yeah. And then, oh, gosh.
Lucas Trejo.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Didn't work well for Morocco, but worked well for Trejo.
Yeah, that's the Panenka. Did not work for Morocco. And that was a victory.
It's a historic game within Jacksonville soccer history. I mean, going out on the biggest stage against a fantastic Philadelphia Union side.
Yeah.
In front of 13,000.
Coaches. We had a couple head coaches at the time.
I was 13.
Co-head coaches.
Yeah, we did.
Back
we
in
did.
2015?
Argentinians.
That was the time.
A lot of Argentinians on that squad.
And that was Section 904 with the original shirt. I like the original shirt. There's another co-head coach. Oh, good times.
Marcos Flores was my favorite Argentinian on that team. I didn't love when we were losing, but one of my favorite facts about him was when we were going on a losing streak, he decided he was not going to shave off his beard in the losing streak.
How long that lasted?
Quite a while. Quite a while. But I appreciated the effort and the thought process behind it. Yeah, I believe he's a coach out there in Australia now.
Is it? Because I know that's where we got him from.
Yeah. Played out there in like Melbourne, I believe.
Yeah, Melbourne, Central Coast, Newcastle, all those spots. We grabbed him. Then he went to a couple other spots. Ended his career in Adelaide City.
Well, it's good that we're trying to jog your
City.
memory right now with Armada stuff, because later in this video we've got some Armada Jeopardy. We've been going with the Jeopardy theme. We got Armada heavy Jeopardy. This is all about Armada.
Okay.
I don't know how much Hambone.
Hambone, you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I'm thrilled for this one.
Well, Hambone actually has the last segment of today's show. He'll definitely be butting in.
Okay.
On the Weird Soccer Story of the Week.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Great contribution by the team. Love to see it. Hambone got that to us, so we're excited to bring that to you here in a little bit. We always love the Weird Soccer Story of the Week, Lou.
We do.
All right, tell me about the Academy. What do we do this week? What do we got?
Unfortunately,
we
didn't do too well.
Okay,
away.
Well,
but
you win or you learn.
Look at this banger. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got a highlight.
Now watch this. Actually, this is from Orlando the week prior, but
oh
my goodness.
Why are we bringing one from the week prior?
Because Taka posted it.
Okay.
Look at that.
It's a great goal, yeah.
Andres Alvarez, number 22, a midfielder for the U16s. What a nice shot.
All right. Okay.
They would go on to, I believe, tie that game. So that's good.
All right. That's good. What happened? Where were we this past weekend? IMG. Is that kind of like high school, or they're just an all-star team from all over? They bring them in.
We've beaten IMG plenty of times, especially over there, especially at their place. We've done that before. But on a positive note, we do have the team of the month.
Okay.
Selected not by yours truly.
Why not?
Selected by the head coaches of the respective teams.
But you have to make the graphic.
For sure. So let's see if there's any thing wrong with it.
We will do that.
I believe January should be spelled correctly.
You did good.
Baby.
All right. We're off to a flying start here. Tell me some highlights of this team of the month.
Yeah, I think we've got technically 3 wing backs in the back line, which I think is pretty cool. With the style of play that the Armada likes to play, obviously the wing backs are involved a ton. And we had a lot of great wing back play from Langston Spears, Nicholas Warren, and Henrik Coyle. And specifically, Warren and Coyle were integral in that U16 run in the Puma King Cup. Francesconi, we talked about him, interviewed him last weekend. He had a clean sheet in every single Puma King Cup game.
That's an easy way to get on the team of the month.
That is. Cole Perez has been a stalwart for the U19s the past 2 seasons now. Akron commit. Donnie Campbell keeps making his rise to the academy. Cohen Pombier has been in that U19 level now. This is his 2nd year. Joshua Kuhn keeps scoring. And Dylan Zuniga is just a really exciting, creative player to watch there on the wing. And then obviously in the middle.
Let's talk about that guy in the middle. His name's in gold because he is your player of the month.
He is. That is Mr. Alexander Galvan, or Alex Galvan. The young Mexican midfielder has really stepped up into the captain's role and taken it by, the scruff of the neck. Has been a real leader on the pitch. And the U16s have really turned it around in the second half of the season. So I got to catch up with him just last night before practice and ask him about that Puma King Cup run and how his leadership has evolved under head coach Tommy Krzanovich.
Is this Galvan?
Yeah, Galvan. Yeah, that was a great toss. It was a tremendous toss. We just didn't have somebody there to catch the toss. I think.
Here with U16's captain and midfielder Alex Galvan. Alex, you obviously captained the team to a Puma King Cup final victory just recently. What did that moment mean to you personally?
To me personally, it felt like a great thing. It was our first tournament, and first few games back, and to win every single game, dominating it just felt awesome.
What was the final message to the team before the final, and how did you try to set the tone on the field?
So I told the boys to win every single tackle. First tackle you have, go in all 100%, and just stay focused during the whole entire game. And to set the tone, or just communicating a lot with my teammates, and doing what I said, going in hard, and staying focused during the whole game.
As the captain, I'm sure you're always scanning the field. Who stepped up the most for the team during the tournament?
I feel like Dylan did. Dylan Zuniga, he stepped up the most. He's one of our key players, fast, strong, scores goals, assists. Yeah.
Head coach Tommy is your coach for the U16s. Has he given you any advice about leadership and trying to be a captain?
Yeah, main thing he always tells me is make sure you help your teammates reach their full potential. Yeah.
This is the first year you're in the Armada Academy. What's been the biggest adjustment for you coming up to this level?
Biggest adjustment is, I think, the style of play. Last year we played a different style of play at my old club, and now with Coach Tommy, new style of play and new players. Yeah.
You guys are starting to get some momentum in the second half of the season. Do you think there was a moment where you guys finally started to click?
Yeah, after winter break, we all were like, hey, we need to focus, win games. And yeah, during the Puma King Cup, we focused, won games, took a tournament home, and yeah.
Well, you told me before this interview, you play as an 8 in the Armada team, but you're kind of a 10. So what midfielder do you model your game after?
I model my game after Xavi Hernandez because, my dad, when I was younger, he just influenced me, and yeah, that's my player right there.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, a big thank you to Alex there for the interview.
I gotta love that last answer too, the Xavi Hernandez role model answer. What a player! What a player!
We got an ID clinic coming up next Friday, so keep your eyes open. And if you've got some young ballers in the household, take them on out.
Yes, you can sign up on the Jacksonville Armada website, jacksonvillearmada.com/MLS Next ID Clinic, which is like pretty self-explanatory. These are selected, so you will be notified 48 hours before the ID clinic if you are selected to join us for that Friday night.
All right. Good stuff there. Let's transition now. We're going to talk some high school soccer, and to do so, we're going to bring in one of our area head coaches, as we have Ron Messick joining us now. Coach, how are we doing today?
Can't complain. A little chilly, but, it's good English soccer weather.
There you go. It is officially game day as well.
Yeah, big day today.
So we're talking about high school soccer playoffs. The girls in the lower classifications 1 through 3 played on Monday. Tonight it's 4 through 7, and that includes the Beachside Barracudas, who will be at home and taking on Fleming Island tonight. Coach, let's talk about your season that you guys have had over there at Beachside as you've been continuing to kind of grow that program from scratch just a few short years ago when the school opened up. How are you guys doing this year, and how do you like your chances here moving into the playoffs?
Well, I mean, it's a 4-year program, like you said, so we're still trying to get a groove on like how we can move to the next level. We've obviously made the playoffs every year, so we're pretty excited about that to continue that streak. But last year we won a first round game, and now it's can we get past that hump to the next round? Obviously, we don't look past anyone in the playoffs because these are everyone's fighting. Everyone has seniors on the team that you lose and you go home and your high school career is over. So everyone's going to fight like a different level. But I mean, we put ourselves in a good position. We, over the 4 years, we really haven't lacked to play anybody in the area. We've started from day one playing all the best teams. I think, we're in the conversation with other big programs already. Not quite to the level of the PVs of the world in terms of like getting to the states and stuff like that. But, when we play those teams, they know we're out there. They know they have to compete to beat us, and we're going to have to compete to beat other teams as well. So, but no one's going to look past us, and we're not going to look past anyone.
Coach Ron, I see you a lot, obviously, around Patton Park and JFC. Is there a mentality shift when you coach those girls on the ECNL team than it is in a high school season where it's that condensed, super short season?
Yes, I mean, obviously at the club level, the focus is a lot more development. Where you're the training environment's a lot different because the periodization's a lot more in depth, from a long ECNL season, and you're working your way to a product for college showcases and various things. In high school, it's about, it's not that it's not at ECNL level, but the teams change year to year from ECNL club. People jump to different clubs, vice versa. But for high school, you build that family over a 4-year period. We've got, some of the seniors on this team started the program. And so it's more of a family culture building is little bit more important in high school in terms of trying to get everyone over a 4-year period to buy in and just continuing to roll that and do the things that you need to do to build your program. I've been doing this in my 28th year. So part of my philosophy is always continually, like, I don't want to I have a lot of seniors, but I have a good amount of juniors, and I have a good amount of sophomores, and I have a good amount of freshmen. So each year we're not having to try to refocus that. Oh, sorry, the lights went off. We're not having, we're censored here at Beachside. You have to move around here.
Hey, we got to save that electricity money, man.
So the fact is, we're always we're never having to rebuild our culture. It goes from one year to the next. And that's just been my philosophy in the early days of coaching, whether it be boys or girls, yes, there is a shift. And it's just like it happens so fast. It's like you said, short season, a lot of games, just competing for prize. Like in club soccer, like you have your parents come out usually and support you, and then in high school you got friends in the stands, boyfriends in the stands. Like it's a different level of pride for high school than club, but they're both obviously from a level of soccer, it's different, but we're composed of mostly ECNL and RL players, and so the level's high. It's just trying to get that culture is the biggest thing and you fight for the Barracuda, nation. That's what you go out there for.
Yeah, you mentioned right from the get-go, you guys taking on some of the best teams in the area. Pretty easy to do when you're in St. Johns County, and every single team around you is out there winning state titles and making these runs. Obviously, you spent a lot of time at Creekside. You guys earned a 0-0 draw against them earlier this season, so that's a huge result for your program. You're battling with the PVs of the world and just these teams in our area and Bartram Trail. How good is the soccer in our area this year? Last year we won 3 state titles and could have been 4. Like, we had so many teams that are making these runs, and it just continues year after year. We have this great soccer.
I think just looking at the landscape of Jacksonville, it's just like, we obviously have some pretty good ECNL teams, but I think in this condensed little area in terms of like the players, it produces a lot of ECNL level players. And then when they go to the high schools, it's a little different because if you go to Miami, maybe they're pulling from 5 or 6 different counties, and we're really just a couple counties in these schools. And so I think it just makes for a really talented level of high school because there's a lot of talent in Jacksonville. We also went and played in Orlando. So I think I played like 4 state champions in a row this year. So that was by design, to see where you're at early. We did have, we lost, one of my better players. She left early for UNF. And then I lost Bella Duenas, the last Lakewood showcase for ECNL. She broke her leg. So what started out at the beginning of the year with a lot of these players, and, we're at a different stage right now. In high school soccer, it's also peaking at the right time and being healthy at the right time. Those are 2 big major components in your run to all this. And but yeah, we're prepared. We played Ponte Vedra. I don't think you're going to play many teams better than them. Yeah. We played Creekside. They're solid. I didn't lose the Messick Cup this year. She didn't beat me. So that was all good. But
she retains it, right, by virtue of the draw. Is that how that works?
We didn't bring up that part, but yes, she did. Yeah, but she did. So it's like, I'm comfortable where we're at, but like I'm also, not naive. I've been doing it, like you said, long enough where I've had a lot of times where I've walked away from the field wishing you'd done more. And, as a coach, you get used to that, but you just hope the players understand that when they step on the field, because I can't give that to them.
Kind of piggybacking off of what Stuart said, you've been in the game now, like you said, for 28 years. How much have you seen the game evolve specifically within Northeast Florida and specifically on the girls' end?
I mean, it's crazy because it's like just in general soccer, listen, the education for coaches gets better. I joke about, I thought I was a good coach 20 years ago. And, if I laugh at what I was doing 20 years ago now as a coach, like even 5 years ago, 10 years. I mean, it's just the amount of education out there for players, the amount of access to watch the game. I don't think people understand like the exposure to the game creates more education, and players watch the game more, and they want to emulate players more. The game is his best teacher, and if you're watching the game and seeing the game more, exposed on TV more, the national teams are all doing, especially on the female side. I mean, so productive that it just creates that environment to make soccer better. And I think it will even increase after the World Cup this summer. I think you're going to see it.
They cut out the internet there for a moment.
He's lost in the fog, I think.
He's lost in the fog. That's right. To reiterate, the Beachside Barracudas tonight taking on Fleming Island. That game will be at the Reef.
It's a big game.
The Reef. At 7 o'clock. Those two teams met earlier in the year. So they'll kind of do it up again here tonight. Hey, we got Coach back. We got the bells ringing. We got a whole lot going on over there at Beachside. Coach, we got you back. Sorry, you got kind of cut off there halfway through that answer.
I think I lost you.
Yeah. But we got you back now. I don't know if he can hear us right now, though, is the question. He might not be able to hear us at the moment. Hambone. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll see if we get Coach back dialed up. We got a couple more questions just to ask him, and then we'll move it along here and talk a little more high school soccer. That's coming up next right here on Fleet Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers. And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow, how much revenue share you can earn. Just imagine.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home. Headed on, here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net. After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Campion Law will fight for you till the bitter end. We suffered several injuries along with the car being totaled. They checked on us literally almost every day for the next 2 weeks, just making sure, are you okay? Do you need anything? Even Chris was texting us, like, what can we get you? Campion cares.
This is Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network, sponsored by Alive Credit Union.
Hey, welcome back inside the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 studios, as Big Lou points out the fancy sign. Shout out to that sign. I love that sign.
It's a lovely sign.
It's 3D. It's beautiful. It's got all the colors. It's good stuff. Let's bring back in Coach Ron Messick from Beachside High School. Coach, you got us now. Sorry about that. We think Lou might have tripped over a wire or something, or did something over there.
I've always had a face for radio anyway, so it's all good. So,
I got
it. And now we got the bell ringing at school. We got the little Bruno Mars in the background, so you know.
Oh, you gotta love that. A couple quick ones for you. Obviously, the on-field stuff is fun for you. You get to coach the soccer. You get to game plan. You get to do all that, develop the players. How challenging are parents like John Bachman when it comes to dealing with the folks in the stands?
Well, I mean, the key to parenting is when you have parents, like, you get them involved and get them doing what he does best, and he does the announcing at the game. So, you know, if you give them what what they're good at, like he's got a great voice and obviously well versed on how to do things like that. So I just put them where they can be busy. You know what I mean? Like keep them busy.
Best part is you put him up in the press box. You can't hear him from the sideline. I think that might be one of the best parts for you.
No, he does a great job, though. I'll tell you that. Like, obviously over the years, you look for people who are strong suits at certain things, parenting wise, and he does a great job at it. It's certainly nice to have him. His daughter's not bad. Yeah, I can tell you that.
That helps too, for sure. He's had some good soccer players come through his family. And I guess my last question, how much longer you got in you, Coach? You got about 14, 15 years in you at Beachside? Because I got a 9-month-old who's zoned for the Barracudas. I just got to know, am I going to be the next annoying parent in the stands at some point?
Let's go. I mean, obviously, I've always, visioned my career. Like, I started out wanting to get 300 wins, and I got 350. I definitely... it's, I still love it, man. As long as I love it, I'm going to continue to do it. Like, I would say, now my goal is 400 wins, and that's on the horizon in the next couple of years. So I do want to get, I like to get my one daughter coaches at Creekside, obviously. And then I got another one in Gainesville. I like to get over her over here so she can kind of take the reins from me. I don't know, obviously I have a couple friends that are older than me, and I told them I would never retire as long as they're coaching. So it would take some other coaches to retire before me.
All right. Love to hear. By the way, you might have to switch schools like 3 or 4 more times by the time she's in high school age, the way St. John's County's been growing. No idea if I'll still be zoned there at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I have a grandson that's he obviously won't play soccer for me, but I have a grandson that lives in Beacon Lake, and he'll be zoned to be a Barracuda. So I don't know if I'll be around that long either, but hopefully we'll have a Messick in place.
Yes, there you go. Absolutely. Well, Coach, good luck tonight. You guys got Fleming Island, 7 o'clock at the Reef, first round of the playoffs, and then on you go. Hopefully you start a nice deep playoff run here tonight.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Lewis, be good, baby. Shay, I like this, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, another one on board. That's what I like. I made him start that mustache, by the way.
He's good, man. He's good. The ladies probably knocking him down.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rod.
See you, bud. Bye.
All right, that is Ron Messick, head coach of the Beachside Barracudas and Jacksonville FC. What age group does he do with the ECNLs? Do you know?
I do not.
One
But
of the ECNL teams.
it might even be a couple.
Okay.
He's got his hands involved in soccer across all of Northeast Florida.
Yeah.
Ron Messick.
Yeah, that's the man. Hey, let's run down the schedule for tonight and tomorrow when it comes to high school soccer. Before we get to some of the highlights from earlier in the week as we kind of run through our area, this is round number 1, just now getting underway when it comes to the high school soccer playoffs in the state of Florida. In 7A, Creekside will be home tonight at 7 o'clock. This is all on the girls' side. They are the number 2 seed in their region, hosting Flagler Palm Coast. 6A, you've got Bartram Trail, also a 2 seed, hosting Lake Mineola. That is tonight at 7. Tomorrow at 5, Mandarin will host Pace. And the reason why they're playing tomorrow is because they've got a doubleheader with the boys team. We'll get to them in just a second. But you got a Mandarin first round doubleheader coming up tomorrow. Also tonight, the Nice Lady Panthers hosting Tocoy Creek, another all St. Johns County battle, 5 versus 4. That's at 7 o'clock tonight. In 5A, we mentioned Fleming Island at Beachside. Well, in the same region, St. Augustine at Ponte Vedra. Ponte Vedra currently the number 1 ranked team in the nation.
The powerhouse little area. It really is. It just really is.
Number 1 team in the nation. Some would say the universe. It's possible. I don't know. They don't really have high school teams in Europe, right? Because they all go play for
maybe
clubs.
if you said like a U17 national
But
team.
that's not what it is. It's a high school team.
I'd take the Sharks. I'm taking the Sharks.
It's a high school team.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
taking the
saying.
Sharks,
So, number 1 in the universe.
Yeah.
Bring it, Mars. We're looking at you. We know you're out there. You also have Clay on the road at Tallahassee Childs. In 4A, Bishop Kenny will be the first on the field. They go at 6 o'clock against Crystal River. I have no idea where that is. Tampa area?
Yeah, I think so. West.
That's a big
There's
region.
a river there.
That's a big region. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where it is. Stanton will be on the road at Fort Walton Beach. That's a drive. Menendez has to go to Wakulla. Also a drive. Not as bad a drive as Stanton's got. But you know what? I'm going to call an upset. Stanton girls are going to win tonight.
Okay.
Why not? On the boys' side, these games are all scheduled for tomorrow. You got Timber Creek at Creekside. Creekside, number 1 seed in their region. Sandalwood will be at West Orange. In 6A, Nice at Bartram Trail. Tocoy Creek at Mandarin. So 4 local teams. They face each other in this opening round.
I'm just going to give a big shout out to Sandalwood.
Okay.
Sandalwood alumni Tommy Krasanovic just got inducted into the JU. Not Sandalwood? What is he?
It's the wrong wood.
What is he?
Englewood.
Englewood. Well, I'll shout out Tommy Krasanovic.
You can shout him out as well.
He got inducted in the JU.
You can, yeah.
Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the other wood.
It's the other wood.
Stuart, I thought I had you.
Yeah, he didn't, though. In 5A, Beachside hosting Tallahassee Childs on the boys' side. That game will be tomorrow. Ponte Vedra boys hosting Choctaw. Fleming Island boys hosting Gulf Breeze. And finally, Bishop Kenny boys will host Stanton.
That'll be a good game.
Moving on. Yeah. Meanwhile, we've already had some teams advance to the second round.
Yes.
Want to see some highlights?
Let's see them.
Let's see some highlights. Let's start with St. John's Country Day, the Lady Spartans. So I sent out a tweet earlier this week. There are not many games in soccer where if you get there 3 minutes into the match, it's 2-0. Well, here we are. I walk in, and they'd already scored twice. Luckily, the scoring was far from finished. Lady Spartans in the pink tonight.
Ooh, I like that.
Or that afternoon, I guess say. Monday afternoon. Here we go. Nice little service ahead. Just take it straight past the defense. Bang.
Slicing and dicing.
Knock it in. And then last one going to come on the corner kick. And boop. There you go. That's it's called being in the right place. You gotta protect that back post defense.
I think the pink jerseys won them the game. Those are awesome.
They were going to win the game no matter what they were wearing. I'm just throwing that out there. The opening shot, by the way, of Coach Pickett, I love because behind him, it's got all the championships. Obviously, there you go. They won last year, and then before that, they were on a huge drought. It had been 2 years. They lost in 23 and 24, but look at all the other ones.
Yeah, get the stickers
It's
ready.
11
Get
in
the
a
new
row.
stickers
11 in a
ready.
row. You know you're a big-time program when you leave room for more championships on your wall.
How long is he going to do it? I know we just asked Ron.
Yeah,
But, I mean, he's been there a while, winning for a long time.
We've got a lot of area coaches, and maybe these are the coaches he was alluding to. Obviously, Ponte Vedra girls, St. John's Country Day girls. Lots of them. All right, let's go to our next game of highlights because I went to 2 games on Monday night. We're at Episcopal. Lady Eagles all the way to the state championship game a year ago, finished runner-up. And how about that goal? Huh?
Crossbar challenge.
How about that goal? That was a doozy. That was a pretty one. I mostly went so I could go talk to our friends of the program, Jay Bolt and Andy Kidd. By the way, that first goal, I want to get the name on there, Lila Rinaldi. I want to say she had a hat trick in that first half.
She deserves that 10 jersey just for that goal alone.
I mean, it was a heck of a goal. And then we had a few more goals. It was another one of those games that got out of hand. Yeah, there they are. There's Jay Bolt and Andy Kidd, 35, at Andy Kidd 35 on social media for the 35 goals he scored.
I was like,
his
what are you
senior
shouting
year.
out?
By the way, look at that hat. Yes.
That's classic.
Hamby, what do you think?
I'm all in.
Yeah. Oop, he got out of the way. That was
Hambo,
good.
you know, keepers can wear those hats on the field if they choose to do so.
Really?
You didn't know that?
That hat?
You can wear that kind of hat.
A page boy hat?
Yes.
Really?
You can wear a baseball cap too, obviously. I don't know if you knew that too.
No, you can't.
You can.
Daytime
Yes,
or
you
anytime?
can. Anytime.
You could wear a baseball cap if you wanted to?
Yes.
What about like a beanie?
Yeah.
Could any player?
No.
Just the goalie?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's to help the goalkeeper see, I guess, because it's like the.
But do they have to take it off if they're running down to try and score a last-second
No,
goal?
I don't think so. No. Lev Yashin, one of the most famous keepers ever to wear the little paper boy hat.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of some newer keepers that wear hats recently, but a couple of them. But you've seen the keepers wear like the protectors.
Yeah, well, but that's different. That's
Yes.
like to protect their head from concussions.
Yeah.
Here, check it. One more check of that goal. Ooh, outside the 18.
That's a zapatazo, Stuart.
Yeah.
That's what we call a zapatazo.
What now?
A zapatazo?
Okay. All right. So there were some highlights. They both won 8-0, which, by the way, is the mercy rule in high school soccer, in case you were wondering. I just wanted to get some goals. We got a little bonus. Look, you tagged them this time.
I wanted to
Good man.
specifically do a Clayton Freeman.
You tagged him for like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it disappeared. Sorry, but
It's okay.
follow on the X.
Yeah.
Now,
Chaos in the box.
This young man right here probably had about 3 different videos of him just launching this ball. This is Charlie
That's a weapon.
DeVaught.
Okay.
2 of their goals out of the 3 came off of these long throw-ins from Episcopal, and I just think it's an impressive thing to have when you can take corner kicks from 20 yards within the area.
Episcopal boys, by the way, able to beat Providence 3-0. That was talking to the coaches the day before. They knew that was going to be a big time rematch. They had just met in the district championship game a few days prior. Episcopal gets the job done. They're moving on. They are undefeated this year, 19-0-3 now on the season.
That's crazy.
So great run for the Episcopal boys. We'll see if they can keep that going as they move on into the next round. I can tell you who they're playing as I have it on this document. Episcopal will play host to PK Young. That game will be on the 10th, so Tuesday. They host a PK Young. University Christian on the boys' side moving on. They will host Oak Hall, also on the 10th. That's at 6 p.m. On the girls' side, we mentioned St. John's Country Day. They will host in the next round. St. Joe's goes on the road to Mount Dora Christian in 1A. In 2A, Providence and Episcopal continue their path towards a likely regional final. They will both host regional semifinals on Monday. Providence hosting Maclay, Episcopal hosting PK Young. And one more girls' game. Bowls will be at South Walton on Monday. Bowls upsetting Bernardina Beach.
I was waiting for that.
Had to end with that. Sorry.
1-0.
It was a tight game. Yeah, I mean, that was a 5 and 4 seed matchup. That's what you expect.
Unfortunately, the alma mater goes down, but
they did, in fact.
Still proud of the Pirates.
Yeah. Boys' team was not a 1-0 affair.
Yeah.
Lost 6-0.
Okay.
Anyhow, high school soccer, we're going to keep our eye on it. We love highlighting the local student athletes along the way. And if you got some videos from your game, send it to us. My Twitter, right down there.
For sure. I know there's plenty of parents now with their nice camcorders in the stands. I'm sure we've got some good footage of some goals.
Just don't make it, not shaky.
No,
well, the problem is that they score, and then it goes up in the air because they're they're going nuts at that point.
It's hard when
it's
the
NFHS camera that tracks the wrong way because there goes the ball and it's like.
I always try to keep my camera still when the academy boys all mug me when I'm in the corner. Those are scary sometimes. You never know. Sometimes my camera's on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, it's scary. It's scary.
Well, I'm proud of you for making it through that. All right, let's take another break, and then we'll come back and we'll hit Europe. We'll hit the North American Champions League, which I think one of their games got bumped off of FS2 last night for the Clash to finish up.
Yes, it did, and yes, that is.
Was anybody watching it?
I wasn't.
It was like two teams I'd never heard of.
We'll go through those.
All right, we'll do that. We got more coming up on Fleet and Footy here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Boop.
Oh,
yeah, you like that?
I like that.
All right. People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers. And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow, how much revenue share you can earn. Just imagine.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home. Headed on, here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net. After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Campion Law will fight for you till the bitter end. We suffered several injuries along with the car being totaled. They checked on us literally almost every day for the next 2 weeks, just making sure, are you okay? Do you need anything? Even Chris was texting us, like, what can we get you? Campion cares.
This is Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network, sponsored by Alive Credit Union.
Yeah, welcome back. Oh!
Whoa!
Goo! Oh! Lou, what's happening? What is...
Bam!
Lou, what is happening
That's what
here?
I call a zapatazo.
This is a game between Atletico Bilbao and Real Sociedad.
Why does it seem like everybody's excited in
That's
the red
gotta
jersey?
be AI, bro.
It's gotta be.
It is.
See, okay, so it's AI. So the way I knew this wasn't real is because the fans in the same jersey are excited in the background as opposed to upset. They wouldn't be cheering. So why is this a thing?
Well, our weird soccer story of the week was about AI last week.
Okay.
And this was making the rounds on X, and it was doing numbers, and people thought this was real for a little bit, and I scrolled by it one time and really didn't think much of it until I saw it was fake, but yes.
So
your AI deduction skill is very good, Stuart.
Thank you. I'm a big details guy.
Well, you're a journalist, you know that.
I like fact checking things. Graphics made by Lou. They look. Ian says wow, and that bot says something else. No, that's Jason. Okay, face turquoise, covering eyes. Amazing what you can do with
I
the
think
AI.
that's supposed to be an emoji. Like
Oh,
this is trying to.
I'm like,
I think that's what those are. When we get
Covering
those every
Yes,
once in a while.
yes, that's what that is. That's definitely what that is.
okay.
Bask on Bask.
There we go. Good to see the chat popping in when we show the AI video. By the way, the first thing I thought when the video came up is, oh gosh, is this copyrighted material that we're going to get in trouble for?
I was waiting.
So now my question is, can you get in trouble for AI fake video highlights from the thing?
Well, we'll
will we
find
get
out.
popped? Will we get popped for that?
I thought that was going to be your first thing for you to say, be like, no, my gosh.
That was in my head. I waited to let it play out. I let it play out, and now I'm bringing it up.
Well, I'm glad the chat is starting to pop back up because at the end of the show, we're going to have some Armada Jeopardy, and I'd love for them to
chat. We're going to need you to chime in for us. Let's talk a little Champions League, shall we? We got pick number 1.
Yeah, we're
this
going
is
with
the
Europe.
left side of the bracket.
So now we have the bracket, kind of.
The champion bracket.
Kind of.
Right? Is that how they do it? Will I get popped for making that noise? Oh, you do that, you're automatically. Yeah, that's the one. Don't say the whole word. You just got to say like half of it.
Well, you got in all France matchup, I guess. Not even, because Monaco's a different country. I don't know how we want to say it.
That's not. Neighbors. They're neighbors.
Yes, yes.
Monaco is its own thing, man.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. I've been there.
The Monegasque.
I've been there.
That's what they call the people.
Very small. You could walk through it in a day.
Galatasaray, Juventus.
Okay.
Benfica, Madrid, which is the rematch.
Yes,
of
it
that
happened.
Final day game.
That's what I wanted to see.
Yes.
I wanted that rematch to happen, and it did. So I'm very happy about
And then
that.
you've got Borussia Dortmund and Atalanta down there. But
go Braves.
That or we still don't know, and I think that's the draw, the round of 16 draw that we were alluding to last week that takes place February 27th.
Now, the or is so that teams in the same league don't play each other? Is that kind of the idea, that they want to avoid you playing someone from your own league?
I don't even think that's necessarily the idea. I think they're trying to keep like the FIFA coefficient rating. Like if your club rating is higher, they're trying to push those teams as far as possible. I think that's the meta there. I think that's what they're trying to do there.
I just figured it was trying to avoid,
league on league matchup. That's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
This is the left side of the bracket.
I guess the best way you'll find out is if Dortmund wins and Bayern. Would they play Bayern next or Arsenal?
I guess you would just choose. I guess I would choose Arsenal.
But yeah, I'm saying because you wouldn't want the league matchup.
Yeah, I get it. I get you.
Okay. You want to go to the other side of the bracket?
Yes. The finals in Budapest, by the way, which is definitely a different host city.
Sure.
You've got
mix it up. What do we got?
Karabakh from Azerbaijan playing Newcastle. So that'll be a really cool game, especially because Newcastle is all pumped up on this Saudi Arabian money and is back in that top 6 level now.
How do we get some of that on Fleet and Footy? Can we get a sponsor from over there?
Everyone
Live
gets
Tour?
a piece of
Live
it.
Tour?
Yeah.
You want to get a piece of this? Come on.
You got Club Brugge from Belgium playing Atleti. Bodo Glimt, my team from the Arctic Circle, taking on Inter. Can they do it again, Stuart? Another major upset could be on the cards there.
Just wish it was FC Santa Claus.
And then Olympiacos of Greece take on Bayern Leverkusen from Germany.
See, here's the problem. If Leverkusen wins and Dortmund wins,
so we're gonna get a German
someone's going to get,
it's
going to happen.
I guess so.
All right. So that's exciting. We got the bracket, and it's still, what, a month away?
It's still a month away.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to it in a month.
Slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there.
Is the round of 16 draw after the next matches?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
So we got a few weeks to go. How about the fake Champions League?
Whoa, Stuart. Well, this might be one of the last iterations of the Champions
Champions
Cup.
League is the Champions League, and it's over there.
Yes, but you still need to have an official title.
This is the Champions Cup.
You still need an official title.
Don't use the word champions.
I mean,
come up with something else.
Well, some controversy. It might go away altogether because if all the teams join the Copa Libertadores, because they're opening the doors to Liga MX and MLS teams. I wonder why. So this might
Messick ain't gonna be playing forever, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but this might render this tournament kaput. But we had a couple awesome games.
By the way, Copa Libertadores doesn't have champions in there, does it? Saying you could make a tournament name without the word champions.
I guess.
What do we got?
Forge
We got
from
some results.
Hamilton draw Tigres from Liga MX 0-0. This game ended up being one of the coldest games all-time played in North America. We'll have that graphic a little bit later. But this is a fantastic result for the boys from the Canadian Premier League.
Not if you're watching it.
But from the Canadian, I said the boys from the Canadian Premier
Just
League.
saying.
You got Olympia from Honduras falling to Club America 2-1 at home. And then the big MLS result, San Diego goes down early in this matchup to its fantastic Pumas goal, 1-0. And then for 4 goals unanswered, Stuart. No Chucky Lozano on this team anymore.
No problem.
No problem.
No Chucky, no problem.
Anders Dreyer gets it done a couple of times. And the new signing's looking good over there in San Diego. Mikey Varas on a roll. Results from last night.
You got more? Yep.
The final game got kicked off.
There's that first one.
For the
I do know Monterey. I didn't know the whatever that ram.
It's like Jeju.
I'm not going to try it. There's a ram on the logo, though. I like him.
Tie 1-1 with Monterey, which is a very big result. That game was played in El Salvador, I believe.
Okay,
and then,
but you couldn't see it because the clash was on for Bowman Gray Stadium.
Then you had Vancouver, I believe that's Vancouver, or Valor FC, excuse me, go 3-0 at home.
All right, cold pick.
Cold pick.
Let's move it on.
Ended up, that first game that I mentioned between Forge and Tigres ended up being one of the coldest games in North America recorded on all time.
Okay. Was it the coldest?
I
think it was the coldest.
Yeah,
like
right? 17.
Minus 17. Looks like that beats minus 16.
Celsius. You know, we're Eurofying it, but
this is Celsius.
Yes.
Okay.
Celsius.
That's even colder.
It is.
Ooh.
It is.
Right? Yeah, that's colder.
Yeah.
That's much colder.
Yeah.
So this was the coldest ever played in North America. I mean, look at the player. He just tried to squirt a little water on himself, and that happened. He's still there right now. Looks exactly like that.
You would not want to play there.
Who made this graphic?
Tumnus body.
One Football, I think. Not me.
Use an AI for that. Yeah. Cold matches on there.
Cold matches.
Did they use the orange ball?
No, because it
cold?
wasn't.
It wasn't snowy. It was just cold.
It was just cold.
That's not good. Sorry, cold people. Nice week ahead here in Florida. Excited about that. Amber, you hearing my audio? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little better. We'll look at it later. All right. So look, we got like 5 minutes, and we got 2 big segments to get to.
Yes.
How's the chat doing? Is the chat excited?
I'm hoping the chat's excited because we got the first question.
Okay. First,
$200
there we go.
Question.
Watch it. It's good football.
Thank you.
What was I supposed to watch?
The CONCACAF Champions League.
Okay. No, I was watching the Clash. All right. Back to the Jeopardy.
This goalkeeper was the first signing in Jackson Armada FC history.
Hamby.
No.
We're really setting him up here. He has been a guest on this program.
This is more for you.
Still no.
These questions are for you, Stuart.
Ian Ferguson with the answer. Of course, it's Miguel Gallardo.
Miguel Gallardo, correct.
Yes.
For $400.
All right, let's go to the next one.
I don't know if you noticed I changed the color scheme in the text. Come on, Armada.
That a baby. That makes it less copyrightable. Go ahead.
It's the club record for most all-time appearances and also played against Lionel Messi.
I'm going to say we saw a goal from him earlier in this program. Is it Lucas Trejo?
That is incorrect.
No, it's not Trejo. I thought it was Trejo.
It is Messick Jerome.
Messick.
Most all-time appearances for the club.
But Trejo is the one who's friends with Messi, right?
It's what's his name? Is a brother-in-law with him.
It's not even Trejo.
Yeah, it's not even Trejo.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So Messick.
Most all-time capped.
When did Messick play?
He played it against Argentina when he played for
Haiti.
4-0 loss.
Haiti won? Oh, okay.
But it was a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
$600.
This opponent defeated in extra time for the Armada's first ever U.S. Open Cup win, played at Southern Oaks Stadium.
Hamby, you got one?
No.
I'm gonna say the Charleston Battery.
Correct,
Yeah.
Stuart. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I went to the first ever friendly for the Armada on the road at Charleston and saw their old historic stadium, which was really cool.
That's a good.
Yeah, they had like a little Hall of Fame in there. It was awesome. All right, $800.
This Armada player is the club's all-time leading goal scorer and won the Swiss Super League Golden Boot in 2006.
We saw him score a goal earlier in the program, even though I thought it was somebody else. That'd be Al Hassan Keita.
That is correct, Stuart. That is correct.
Keita. All right, $1,000. You owe me this money, right, after this?
Yeah.
Okay. $1,000, Lou.
The Jacksonville Armada's first international away league match was played north of the border against this Canadian club.
Say Toronto.
That is incorrect. That would be the Ottawa Fury.
Ottawa. That's right. All right. Is Ottawa and Edmonton were the two that we had in the league, right?
Yes. And
Not
maybe
Toronto.
Another one. There might have been
Did
another
Toronto ever play in the NASL?
one.
No.
Minnesota.
That's right. Minnesota. Now in the MLS. All right. Good Jeopardy.
You like that one?
Yeah. Those were some challenging things to make me think
Good.
a decade ago that was a long time ago. So a lot has happened in a decade, man. Goodness. A lot has happened in a decade. How about we end the show? You know how we like to end the show here, Lou?
I know how I like to end it. Do you know how we like to end it?
With the weird soccer story of the week. And by the way, this submission was brought to us by one Jason Hamby.
That's right.
Hambone, where'd you spot this one?
This one popped up like on Instagram reel
Okay.
or something. I was like, all right, well, I don't know how Lou picks these each and every week for the last 58 weeks or whatever it is.
He's done a good job of it.
Yeah.
It's scouring through the socials just like you did, so I ended up having to find the story behind the image. Now, this is a
little Sammy.
Newcastle fan.
9-year-old Sammy from Newcastle.
So he was skipping school to watch Newcastle's win.
As he should.
At Arsenal.
As he should.
He traveled to London with his dad, Mark, after his mother, Claire, told teachers he was ill. Sky Sports ended up zooming in on Sammy while he was celebrating Anthony Gordon's
He was sick
goal.
with the football.
Friends spotted him instantly, and the school later reclassified his absence as unauthorized after footage spread.
Come on, school. Doesn't it mean more? Isn't this the SEC of England? It just means more. You got to authorize this absence because look, there is nothing better than an away day with your pops headed down to London town to take on Arsenal, and you're going to mark it as unauthorized?
I'll never forget. I'm going to throw my dad under the bus
What
here.
in the
He
world?
would take me out of school to go to spring training games down in South
Yes.
Florida all the time.
As you should. As you should.
Got to enjoy the moment with your boy, you know?
Look, that's
Shout
right.
out Mom. Shout out Mom, too.
Mom was in on it. I love that. That is tremendous. And I'm just going to give fair warning to whoever my daughter's future teachers are. She will be missing classes to go do sporting things with her dad.
Love it.
That is going to happen.
Love to hear that.
I'm just letting them know now. You can mark it unauthorized all you want. It's still happening.
Thank you, Jason Hamba.
And then if you give us any problems with it, we're putting you on the news like we do right now. This teacher, kind regards, no. We're not happy with you.
Thank you
Shout
for
out
the
to
story.
Sammy and Mark
And
and
shout out
Claire
Jason.
and Hambone for finding our weird soccer story of the week. That's going to do it for Fleet and Footy. We'll see you again next week here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network.